bunch of gold balls, right? When the season changes, they'll come back green. And that's the reason they're called ball cypress trees. This one on the right over here is over 300 years old. Now look up at the branches. There's a bunch of nests up there, and you can see the birds hanging out on the nest and on the branches and stuff. You see all the birds hanging out? They're kind of hard to see because of all the foliage. But those birds up there, they're called yellow-headed gray herons. The same up there. We got to be careful, they'll crap all over us. But the yellow-headed gray herons are fishing birds, right? And they can see deep down into the water. And they like to hang around the banks of the Saintjason River. And when they're
I saw bird nets.
They'll dive down into the water so they get themselves.
Look up and open your mouth.
Yellow-headed gray herons.
Birds keep pooping your mouth.
Well, actually, yes, there are fish.
Them pooping in your
I
mouth.
haven't seen any lately, and I think that construction, I don't know if they're pouring cement into the water or something. They went away about a month ago, so I haven't seen them. Yeah, they're normally a lot of fish. Coming up on the right-hand side is going to be a little island. And on June 13, 1691, Father Damien National performed the first Catholic Mass right here on the little island. Now look where I'm pointing. You see where I'm pointing? Look where I'm pointing. You see that orange sculpture right there at the tip? That's called Father Master.
What is that? What is that sound?
As you get close, you can see how the island right here is shaped like a little park. You see that right there? Almost daily you have some type of wedding ceremony performed right there. We call this little island called Marriage Island. And just so you guys know, I am the boat captain, so I could marry you for like a month. See, with me, you don't even have to say I do. You can just say I guess so. This is All Mills Crossing right here. If you had a wagon anywhere in the city, this is where you'd bring to cross over the water. Right here, it's only 2 feet deep and hard on the bottom and on the right bank. St. Louis's Mill, he finds it rained in the fire for it right off the water. Straight ahead, the red building with a white trim is the Homewood Suites. Behind it, the gray buildings are International Center. And straight ahead with the dome is our Bear County Courthouse. And there on the left-hand side, it's got the American flag. High on its roof, the gold spurs, gold flag underneath it. This is one of my favorites. This is called the Tower Life Building, 404 feet tall. They call it Neo-Gothic architecture. And on the top 2 towers, you've got 20 gargoyles. And they surround the top 2 towers. They're part of the drain system, and they function like water spouts. You can see a couple of them up in the skyline up there. And what happens is when the rainwater cascades down off the roof, it goes down into the gutters. It'll end up shooting out the mouths of those gargoyles up there before filtering down through the drain system all the way to street level. The building was designed by a father and son team, Andy and Robert Harris. They opened the building on June the 1st of 1929 as the Smith Young Towers. The original buildings had a bunch of faces carved all along the side of the building. Look underneath the second floor windows beneath the trim. Right above these crepe myrtle trees, you see the faces right there. They're called grotesque. They're there by the design of the builders to ward off evil spirits. And the building has 8 sides to it. And it's the only 8-sided building we've got left in the United States of America. And straight ahead, there's going to be the North Channel, 4 miles to the right, straight up the North Channel is where the river starts on the University of the Carnarvon campus. It's spring-fed. Saintjason River is spring-fed from a huge underground limestone lake we call the Edwards Underground Hall. And during hurricane season of 1921, that underground lake started. A lot of people drowned and created a big flood here in downtown Saintjason. And the engineers came out here to help us out and capped off the horseshoe with floodgates. You see this green light in front of us? This is floodgate 4. Now the green light means the flood is not activated, the floodgate I should say. It lays on the riverbed, it pulls up off the bottom and caps off the left leg right here. Engineers also capped off the right leg of the horseshoe, which is located 3 blocks to the right. Now the 3 city blocks in between and the North Channel used to be, we eventually cut them down 25 feet deep. Used to be a solid piece of earth right here. But we wanted to straighten out the North Channel to control the flood.
Recording herself?
Now look at me real quick. 2 miles to